Hi, Gun Tribe. Yes, this is another episode of Mr. and Mrs. Podcast. However, I'm doing the introduction and everything a little different, okay? So, today I actually want to speak my truth, the truth about me and my so called mother's relationship. So, as y'all know, my mom came to visit or whatever, and I haven't seen her in years. Do you hear me? I haven't seen her in years, okay? But anyway, she came to visit, and the last time that my mom visited, my kids were real little, and we had a big falling out, very big falling out, and honestly, it was all her. It was all her. Y'all know I told y'all the backstory. And if you didn't, I will tell you again. I've been living with my dad since I was in fifth grade because my mom was on drugs or whatever. So that is why I really didn't grow up with my mom. I wasn't raised with her, and when I was living with her, I was always at one of my auntie's house because of the addiction she had. But anyway, fast forward, she came down to visit the very first time, and we got into a big blowout because of her and her wanting certain things to go on, and me nor my husband was trying to hear that. So she this is the first visit. She put her hands on me or whatever, and then she called the police. You guys, I cannot make this up. She called the police, and she was on the phone to police or whatever, and was like, help, help, help me. My daughter's trying to kill me. She's beating me up. She's after me, this, that, and this, that. That was the very first time she's visited, okay? So she ended up, the police ended up coming to my house or whatever, coming to get her and taking her to the airport for her to fly back home. I cut my mom off. I cut her off. But then I gave her the benefit of the doubt. Okay, she's fighting this demon. She's fighting this demon or whatever. But yeah, she's fighting this demon. So I gave her the benefit of the doubt. Okay, my mom's fighting an addiction. She needs help or whatever. So I'm not going to cut her off. I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to forgive her. I won't forget it, but I will forgive her. Okay, so fast forward to this visit, you guys. I was happy to see my mom because I haven't seen her in years. I barely talked. She never, this is her first time meeting my son. She hasn't seen the girl since they were real little. So I felt like it'll be a good visit. Anyway, she comes down, her and her husband comes to my house or whatever, and everything goes good at first. Her husband, I really do like him. He was a great guy. I will give him that. He was an awesome guy, and I will not take that from him. But my mom kept catching like little attitudes or whatever. She wanted me to take her here. She wanted me to take her there. And I told her I can't just up and do things. I have a husband and I have kids. They needs always come before anyone else's. It's God, my husband, and kids. That's how it is. So if their needs come first, I'm not finna do all that. And she would get upset about that. And her husband was leaving a week before my mom. And my mom got upset because she actually wanted to leave when he left. And he was like, no, I think you should stay and spend time with your daughter or whatever. And she went off on him. But anyway, he ended up leaving. She stayed. And the whole time she was here, she pretty much had an attitude the whole entire time. And she stayed in the room. She stayed locked up in the room. And the only time, I hate to put this out here, the only time my mom would come out in a cheerful mood is if she has some liquor in her system or some pills. That is the God honest truth. That is the only time she would come out. She claimed she came down here to see her daughters and her grandkids, but she rarely interacted with me or my children. She rarely interacted. She stayed locked up in her room or whatever. And okay, whatever. So when she did come out and she had her little liquor or pills in her system or whatever, and she came out so-called interacting, she criticized everything, you guys. She criticized the type of food that I buy or whatever. And like for instance, I will give you an example. The sausage links that I buy for breakfast or whatever and cooks for the family. She was like, what kind of sausages are these? And I would tell her, this or that. She was like, they sure taste cheap. Like, woman, you cannot sit up here and criticize the food that I buy when I was growing up with you and we were stealing food because we didn't have food because you was taking everything for drugs. You guys, I am so hurt because I didn't think this visit would go like this. Seriously. Not once did I call my mama out her name. Not once did I go off on my mama. Not once did I disrespect my mama or anything. If I felt some type of way, I would explain it to her. Like I told her, if we can't communicate and talk out our problems, our relationship would never get better. You know, out of all her daughters, I never gave up on my mom. You know, all my oldest sisters was like, oh, you need to give up. Mom's on drugs. She'll never come back from this life or whatever. And I still gave her the benefit of the doubt. I was the only daughter who, you know, didn't do that. So, yeah, I was the only child who didn't give up on my mom. Like, you know, I love my mom. I love her. I still love her. I do. And you guys, I'm hurting because the day that I dropped my mom off, that day that I actually dropped her off, we woke up that morning, you guys, and I was planning on posting videos that I actually did before, you know, like a whole different video. This podcast is brand new. I was not planning on doing it, but I feel like my truth need to come out, you guys, because I'm hurting, and I want people to know, like, this is real life. This is real life what I'm going through. But anyway, the morning we woke up for her to go to the airport or whatever, she was packing her stuff, and she had an attitude from the moment she woke up. She had an attitude, you guys. And she wanted me to take a picture with her before she left, and I was like, no, I don't want to. You know, I don't feel like it. You know, you got mad at me because I wouldn't take you somewhere, so I don't want to take no picture. So we load her up and get her in the truck or whatever, and whole time everybody's talking, she's just sitting back there with an attitude. Seriously, the whole time, the whole way. We get to the airport, you guys, and she say something about, okay, I'm going to tell you what she said, but I didn't hear this at first. She said, thank you, Jesus, for holding my tongue and fighting my battles. And I was like, wait, what? That's what I said. Wait, what? Because I didn't hear her. What you say? She said, ain't nobody talking to you. I said, okay. I said, you know what? Have a nice flight, Lolita. That's exactly what I said. Have a nice flight, Lolita. She said, F-U-B word. F-U-B word. No lie. And I turned around because she was getting her bag out the trunk. And I turned around and I was like, wait, did you just call me an itch? You know? And she was like, F-U this, F-U that. All kind of stuff. She was just going off. And the only thing, you know, all that don't matter to me. Whatever. You think I'm a B word, that's fine. F me, that is fine too. But all that mattered was my mom said to me, her last words getting out the truck was, I hope you have another, no, she didn't say I hope. She said, that's why you're going to have another seizure, you B word. Y'all, I just started bawling. I just started crying because I went through, that was the first time I ever went through a traumatic experience like that. And all I could think about was, if I would have died then, who was going to raise my kids? Yeah, they have their dad, but you know, can't nobody love your kids like a mom. Anywho, you guys, I'm trying not to cry. I'm trying not to cry. Hold on. It hurted me because my mom didn't know that, because she lived all across the country, you know, all across the road, whatever, up there. And for me to tell her something traumatic like that happened to me, and for her to wish that bad upon me, and she had a seizure before me, that doesn't sit right. You know, she always hoops and holler about God this and God that. But you're preaching God's name, but you're doing dirty work, the devil's dirty work. How dare you sit and say something like that to your child? Seriously, I would never say nothing like that to my kids, ever. I would never, do you hear me? I would never say something like that to my kids. But you guys, I cried or whatever, and she started texting me crazy messages, you guys. But you know, I found out, I had to pray about it, but I realized she's my mom. I love her. I will, and I do forgive her, but I will never deal with her again. That is just a person I can't have in my life. I'm sorry, for someone to wish something like that upon me when I have kids to raise. And if it happened, then what? She's going to boo-hoo, oh no, my daughter this, my daughter that. When in actuality, she don't mean that. You know, she is a conniving woman. She is. She's very conniving. She's jealous that her daughters talk. She don't want Me talking to my sisters talking to me. She wants us to fight like her and her siblings. She wants us all to not get along. She don't want me to break that cycle. When I get on to my daughters about fighting, she don't like that. She rather see them fight. You know, she wants to see me and Antonio have problems. She goes behind my back and say things to Antonio. But, you know, being my husband, he's going to come and tell me everything. You know, and the first visit, I shouldn't have allowed her to come back into my life, because the very first visit when she left and she called the police lying about I was trying to kill her and beat her up and this and that, my kids were standing right there. Just like this time, they were sitting right there, so they witnessed it all. And the very first visit when she went back home, you guys, she went up there and told these people all kind of lies. All kind of lies on me, my husband, my kids, all kind of lies, you guys. And it's very, very hurtful, but I kept giving her the benefit of the doubt. You know, people keep always holler, that's your mom, don't do this, don't do that, love your mom. No, you can love, you can love somebody more than anything in this world, and they still don't treat you right. You guys, I am hurting internally because that was the last thing that I heard my mom said, because I will not talk to my mom anymore. And I meant that, you guys. I put on this whole front like I was so happy she was here, which I was. You know, I wouldn't say it was a front, because I actually was happy, because I haven't seen her in so many years, and my kids didn't even know what she looked like. My son never met her. You know, I wanted that for her and for them. But, you know, talking to my kids, you know, they're hurting for it. You know, when she said that and I started crying, the first thing my kids said was, Mama, you're not going to have another seizure. God going to take care of you. You guys, that warm my heart up, but they don't understand, because that's something I would never say to them. So they will never get it. They will never get it. And that is why I'm trying to break that cycle for my kids. Like, you know, when I be saying we be yelling at our kids or whatever and going off on our kids and stuff like that, we're doing what we were taught. And we have to break that cycle, you guys. It is disheartening and hurting, and it's wrong, you guys, because they're human beings. Yeah, they are our children, but they're human beings. You know, it's crazy that a mother can be jealous of their own offspring. Like, my mom is jealous of all her daughters. She she's jealous that we're in relationships. She's jealous of how we living better than her. She's jealous of how we're better mothers than her. She wanted us to actually turn out just like her. And I know you guys probably like, you shouldn't be on here bashing your mom. You shouldn't be talking about it. You guys don't understand what I actually been through with her. And it's hard for me to sit here and call her my mom with all this. Like, I would have never ever put this out if what she said to me, if the last thing she said to me never happened. I would have just kept it balled up, seriously. And that is, I feel like she is one of my triggers to my health issues, because, you know, I just remember, you guys, I remember being little, always asking for my mom, always wanting to be with my mom. And, you know, my sister's trying to tell me, Mom's not coming back. She's not doing this. She's not doing that. She put other things before us. And, you know, I was like, no, she don't. But you guys, I'm starting to realize they were right the whole time. You know, after the first visit went down, my sisters was like, well, don't let her come back, because I know one of my sisters was like, she'll never come to my house. I don't even want to deal with her. And, you know, I would get mad. I'm like, that's her mom. Don't do that. But now I see why. She said mom will never change. And she's right. She won't. Just because you go to church and you read your Bible and you talk about God, that does not make you holy. That does not make you a saint. You're a sheep in wolf clothing. That is what it makes you, because you cannot sit here and practice and preach about God and still choose to live a certain way and treat people a certain way. You guys, I couldn't fathom the thought of me treating and talking to my kids the way my mom did. Like, my dad has never once fixed his mouth to say some of the things that my mom have said, or do some of the things that my mom have done. you guys. And to be honest, my soul is hurting. My heart is hurting because, you guys, I don't know. I really don't know, because I've tried. I prayed, and I still to this day, you guys, I love my mom. I do. I love her to death. But I will not allow what she does to kill me anymore. It's killing me inside. I will not allow what she say to bring me down anymore. Because, you guys, my mom has sat and called me fat and all kind of things for no reason. And she was, and then turn around once she's feeling good, got something in her system to make her feel good. She's like, when I was growing up, my mom called me fat, and my siblings did this and my siblings did that. You guys, she paint a picture about my aunties and all that so bad to where, we kind of don't know who they are. Because one, we rarely knew them anyway, because we rarely was around them. The only aunties that I remember being at all the time is her twin sister house and my aunt Valeria. But that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. But, you guys, I'm sorry if I'm making you guys upset with this video. I'm sorry if you guys are disappointed with this video, but I had to put it out there, you guys, because I've been hurting. I couldn't even vlog this whole weekend because of that, you guys. I've been depressed. I've been down and out, you guys, and I felt like I just needed to get it off my chest. I felt like the truth needed to come out, and I wouldn't have done it if God didn't. If God told me I shouldn't do it, I wouldn't have done it. But, you guys, I pray about everything before I do it. And I felt like it needed to be out there. And to my sisters, if you guys are watching, I'm sorry that I didn't believe you guys. I am. And I hope you guys never have to experience this. And it's even hurtful when your kids are right there seeing it firsthand. Like, they're seeing it, they're hearing it firsthand. You guys, my mom done bashed my sisters in front of me, done bashed me in front of my sisters. Like, she's always hollering, I never go talk about my daughters. That make me look bad. But then some of my folks in Seattle would come back and tell me, oh, your mom's up here saying this, your mom's up there saying that. That's just like when I was pregnant with Haley right after Italy. It got back to me that she was going around, I can't believe she's pregnant again. She just had a baby. That don't make no goddamn sense. What kind of mom is that will have another baby right after the first one? First of all, I raised my kids. My kids are very well taken care of. Unlike you that had kids and didn't take care of them, I take care of mine. How about, instead of running around talking about what type of mother we are, how about give us the credit that we're not like you? That'd be great if we was recognized for what we do. And yeah, I don't think I cried as much as I don't think I ever cried as much as I did yesterday, you guys. I boo-hooed, and I can laugh and smile and talk about it now, you guys, but deep down inside, I'm still hurt. Because I don't have the mother-daughter dynamic relationship that a lot of people do have. And it sucks because, you guys, I see some of my associates with their moms and their kids and stuff like that. My kids don't get to experience that. They don't get that. And it sucks. It does, you guys. And I remember asking my mom a long time ago to move down here. All your daughters are in Georgia. Your oldest daughter is dead. All you got is your 3 daughters down here in Georgia and your grandkids. Move down here and be closer to us. We'll all come together and put you in a apartment or a house or whatever. And, you guys, she couldn't even do that. She wouldn't. I ain't moving down there. I don't want to live down there. Like, why not? Why you won't be closer to your daughters? I just don't get it. She loved to, when we did talk, she loved to holler, I ain't got no family up here when I get sick, nobody this or that. Well, that's crazy. Also, I was the only child to do any and everything that my mom asked. You know, anytime she wanted to see any of her grandkids, I made it happen. Anytime she wanted pictures, I made it happen. Anytime she got sick, guess who was there? Me. When she went through her surgeries, guess who the doctors always called to inform? Me. Whatever my mom needed, I was there. And she still turns around and treat me like that. It's always me. I've always felt like I got treated the worst verbally and emotionally. Not physically. I feel like others got treated the worst physically, but definitely verbally and emotionally. And I realized, you guys, I can't do it no more. It hurts. It hurts bad, you guys. And I don't know. I just hope that all you guys out there that have a good mom and grandmother for your kids, please hold on to that. Cherish that. Like, love on your mom. Because you only get one mama. You do. But that mama also only get one you. May have multiple kids, but they only get one you. She only got one Sagira. So you guys, joining in actually is Italy. I don't like to put my kids into stuff, but I have to ask them their take and how they feel about things that went on. So Italy.
Yes, ma'am.
The very first time Grandma Lolo came to visit when we was at the old place before we moved into the new place, how was that visit?
It was a long time ago, so I'm trying to think. It was all right.
Okay. If you don't remember, it's okay. Do you remember anything from that visit? If you don't, it's fine. If you do, you can talk about it.
I do remember. Okay, I don't remember nothing.
You don't? Okay. All right. Maybe, see, you guys, the very first time they was little, so she probably don't remember what I actually explained happened the very first visit. But I'm finna say it just to see if she kind of remembers. Do you ever remember Grandma Lola getting stung by a bee? Okay. Do you ever remember us going swimming? Okay. And to be honest, we did go swimming. She never got stung by a bee. I'm just testing her memory just to see. Okay. Do you, and we went swimming at Angela's. That is where I taught you guys how to swim.
Wasn't we 2 and 3?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
okay. Yeah, you guys were little. So, do you ever remember the police? You don't remember the police? Okay, that's fine. Where's Zach? Sorry, you guys. Where's your brother?
Down there with Haley and Papa.
Okay.
Trying to throw sticks.
Okay, so now, so you guys don't think I'm putting nothing in my children's head? Go get your sister real quick, please. Tell her, come here.
Okay.
This is just so I'm showing, I'm not even editing this video. I'm posting it the way I'm making it. So you guys will see. I'm not putting nothing in my kid's head. I just want to see. I'm going to ask Haley the same thing. Does she remember getting stung by a bee? Knowing Haley, she's going to say yes to everything. Because Haley is Haley. But anyway. Yeah, you guys. Before she come back, you know, I remember some of my family members actually come back to tell me that my mom went up there talking about that my husband was slow and this and that, and yeah, all kind of things. She talked about my kids, but I still gave her the benefit of the doubt. But I'm gonna tell y'all seriously, just because someone is your mom, your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your grandpa, your grandma, just because someone is blood related, like close related, does not mean they deserve to be in your life. Some people aren't meant to be there. So yeah, I just want to put that out there before they come back, because I don't want them to hear all that. because I don't want to, hurt their feelings where, they like, well, Grandma Lola talked about us. I don't want that out there. So here they come. Come here, Haley. Sit right here for a second. Come sit by mommy.
Don't put them on me. Sit them on the ground. Are they turning strong enough?
Sit by mommy, okay?
Okay.
All right. Tell them, hey, control.
Take on time.
Okay, so, mommy want to ask you some questions, okay?
Okay.
You might not remember. You might do. You were little. Do you remember the very first time Grandma Lolo came to visit at the old place, not the new place?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember Grandma Lola got stung by a bee?
No.
Okay. Do you remember swimming?
Yeah.
Where did we go swimming, if you remember?
Was it in Seattle?
No.
Well, no.
Okay, so you don't remember that. Okay. Do you remember anything about that visit that stood out to you? Do you remember anything that happened during that visit when Grandma Lolo first came to visit?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so you don't remember. Okay, do you remember police?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay. What happened? If you remember police, what happened?
So we were getting up for school, and I don't know
Head
what.
start and early head start, y'all. But go ahead.
And we were brushing our teeth. And something had happened, and Grandma Lolo had broke the door, and you and Grandma Lola was fighting, and you had called
To correct that, I didn't know. I didn't call the police.
Oh.
And to correct that, we were not fighting. She pulled my hair. She pulled my hair and broke the door, and she called the police.
Yeah.
But no, but go ahead. You tell it. I'm just correcting. I didn't call the police. She called the police. But go ahead. And what happened when the police was called? What was said to the police? If you remember.
I can't remember.
Okay. So come here, Italy. Get behind Haley, please.
Since Haley said it, now I kind of remember.
Okay. Well, you can talk before I talk if you want. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Zach. Tonio, get him, please. Okay. All right. So what? Since you kind of remember, what do you kind of remember?
I think I know what was said. The police.
What?
Didn't Grandma Lolo say? Didn't Grandma Lolo say that you were beating on her?
Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at Daddy and Zach right now. Okay. So, this is how the story went. No lie. She had said something to me. I think she had called me a fat B word or something. I don't know. She was just going off, and I was like, that was the very first time I actually did go back off on her, and I was like, F you, you're a crackhead, and whatever, this and that. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to get you out my life or whatever. I don't want to deal with you. My kids aren't related to you. They don't even know you. I walked past her, and she pulled my hair. She yanked my hair so hard, and she broke my closet door. And mind y'all, I'm living in a government housing, so if something happened like that, y'all already know we are responsible for paying for or whatever. And I was about to get her, you guys. I was about to get her, but my kids were standing there looking, so I did not. She ended up, no, I said, you know what, since you want to put your hands on me, I said, you can get your shit and get out my house. I said, you find your own way back to the airport. That is what happened. She calls the police. And she was like, help me, help. My daughter's trying to kill me. She's beating on me. Help, I'm not from here. That is when the police came. That is exactly when the police came. And when the police got there, I was like, sir, I have not put my hands on my mama at all. I said, my kids were standing here the whole time. They could tell you from beginning to end what happened. I said, my daughter is 2 years old, but she can talk like she's grown. That is what happened. And the police, what's his exact words? Yes. I said, these were his exact words. He said, ma'am, I'm sorry to say this, but your mom seems like she's on something. He said, I don't know what's wrong with her. He said, but I can tell something's not right with her. She seems like she's on something. And that is sad for a police officer to say something about somebody he don't even know. And he was like, you know what? He said, I will handle it for you. I will take her to the airport for you or whatever. And I'm sorry that this happened in front of your kids. And that was it. That was it now, you guys. I had cut her off. I had called Antonio and I explained everything, what happened. I was crying to him. And he came out and told me, he was like, you know what your mama was trying to get me to do? She was trying to get me to sneak her to the airport because she didn't want to be down there with you guys anyway. So all along, this was, I'm guessing, her plan to get away anyway. So, okay, that was the first visit. I just want to ask them. This visit, and remember, I'm posting this unedited. You guys are getting the full unedited version. I'm not editing anything out. Italy and Haven, this visit, can you tell Gun Tribe anything about this visit?
Okay.
When Grandma Lolo came down, how did this visit go?
Okay.
You can talk first.
Can I tell the
Yeah,
whole...
Italy. Yeah, get up, because Italy wants you to sit on her lap so you guys both can be in it.
Okay.
You go, girl. Okay.
Skinny girl.
Skinny girl.
I'm not no skinny.
Yeah, we skinny, girl. I don't know what you talking about. Here, I got you.
Okay.
Don't kick it. Oh, Lord. Okay.
Okay.
Put your leg up so you can be comfortable. Is she hurting you? Because if she is, I can hold her.
I want mama home.
Okay, hold on. I got to move the camera, the stand.
I might say some words that Haley said.
Let me scoot back, baby.
Okay. So it can be showing all
Okay,
of us.
yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Showing all this brown beauty. Go ahead.
Okay.
So anything about this visit?
Can I
Go
tell
ahead.
the whole...
Come here.
Yeah, my baby's trying to
Come
get our
Go
camera
get the ball.
stand. Okay, go ahead.
Can I tell the whole weekend?
Just tell whatever you want to tell.
Okay. So first, it was the day before we went
Look
to
at them, talk to them.
get Grandpa Lolo, and then we went to the airport and we got her, and we couldn't find her back. Then we finally, she said hallelujah, and then we went back home and we went to sleep. And the next day, she was the whole weekend she was in her room. Like she was.
It ain't the weekend, baby. She stayed 2 weeks.
Yeah, she stayed the whole 2 weeks. In the whole 2 weeks, she was always in her room. Like she'll come out and do this and that, but she was all this weekend in her room. And we were gonna go bowling, but it was too cold, and I agreed with that. But I was sad and I started crying. But then we went back home, and it was the next day, and then I can't remember the next day.
That's okay.
And and then I'm just telling this part. And so then we made a video and we dropped Papa Jim off. And then that was the weekend. It something went crazy. And so she was in her room, and then the day yesterday, I think it was yesterday, right? We dropped her off.
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday, so we were finna leave, right? And she wanted a picture of all of us, but and then I said I had to go pee because I didn't want to get a picture with her because I thought I didn't want to get a picture of her because she was being weird.
Okay, before you finish your story, you tell Gun Tribe what you told me. You pulled me to the side and told me your inner what?
Siren.
Her inner siren was what?
I tell her that.
Okay.
Okay, and so Mama, she said, Mom, so I'm gonna ask you a serious question. Mommy said that, and she said, why couldn't you take a picture with me, Auntie Tina, and her, so it could be a daughter and daughters and mom picture? And she said, I didn't want it like that. And Mama said it would be okay. And then she said she had a picture of her, but she really didn't. And Mama didn't want to take a picture with her because Grandma Lolo was mad at her for no reason because she wouldn't take a picture with her. And so she went in the room to get her jacket and her suitcase because we were finna head to the airport. And she wasn't talking to me. She said she didn't have to do me like that, and she rolled her eyes, but not at me. And I went to go pick the doll head up, and then
She telling the whole story, y'all. I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby.
And she went out the door, and Mama were connecting the earpods to Illy's phone. And then she came back in. She said, "My purse so raggedy." And then we had left, and we were at the airport. And then we finally
What?
Zach.
Daddy down there.
And so we were at the airport, and we were checking it. And Grandma Lola said, "Hallelujah, thank you, God, for keeping my mouth shut." And Mama said, "Huh?" And Grandma Lola said, "No one was talking to you." And then we were pulling up in the driveway, and Grandma Lola was calling Mama a B word. And she said she was stupid. And she said, "I hope you have another seizure." And Mama didn't even say nothing. She just said, "Have a great flight, Lolita." And she said, "Remember what you called me, and you're going to live with that." And then we drove off, and we went back home, and we went back home. We did TikTok workshop. We did fun stuff, and then we had a nerve for some ice cream, so we went to Dairy Queen and we got ice cream, and then we went back home and we fell asleep.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think Mommy was hurt what Grandma Lolo said?
Kind of, yeah.
Why you say that?
Because you were crying and you were sad. Your face looked sad. Yeah.
Now you tell them at the end what you pulled me to the side and said to me.
So it was the morning, and
you ain't gotta tell them what it was. Just
okay.
tell them what you
did. So
did.
we went to Papa's house, and my cousins, Yarnell, Ada, Mila, CJ, and Major, and Auntie Gina,
and why did we come to Papa's house?
To see
So
Grandma Lolo can see her other
her other daughter and her grandkids.
And I had my inner siren just came off like my stomach.
What is inner siren? Explain inner siren.
Okay, my inner siren is my heart and my stomach. And my Miss Klein, my teacher that come in, and she said when your inner siren come off, that means you're around an unsafe person, and you're in a place that is unsafe for you. And I knew it wasn't a place unsafe for me. I thought it's a person. And so I knew it was Grandma Lola. So I pulled Mama to the side. I told her I needed to tell her something. And I told Mama that I wasn't feeling comfortable around Grandma Lola because she was acting weird around my other cousins.
Now this is true, you guys. I'm letting them speak. This is the first time I'm letting them speak.
And I told Papa and I told Mama, and they said okay.
Okay, good job, baby.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Poo Poo. You can talk. All right, you done? Tell them bye.
No, I'm staying here.
Okay, you can talk there. There we go. They can't see you down there.
I don't care.
Okay. Well, sit. What happened? Why? Oh, go ahead, Ella.
He pulled him out the ground. Grandma Lola was acting weird all the 2 weeks and weekends because she kept running in the room and stuff. And so it was a night, and so she had went outside with Mama and Daddy, and she's promised that she wasn't going to run into the room because she was going to have fun with us tonight. And we were like, okay. So me and Haley were just dancing, doing TikTok mashups, waiting for her to come back in. And then she ran back in the room, and we asked her, we said, didn't you promise that you were going to don't run in the room tonight? And she said, I do have to run in the room. I got to get rest for tomorrow. And we were like, okay. So me and Haley just began doing fun stuff. But Mama and Daddy came in, and we had fun. And then we had to exercise, which, yeah. But anyway, then we came to Papa's house one morning, so Grandma Lola could see all her grandkids and auntie and all that stuff. And so then Grandma Lola was acting really weird. I felt bad for Mama because she got everybody a picture except for me, Mama and her, and I felt like I felt like she didn't even care about Mama when she went around all her other daughter and all them, and all she cared about is Auntie Tina and all them, and I felt like it made Mama sad, but Mama really didn't care because Mama a champ.
I
And
didn't care. It didn't make me sad, but I am a champ. Thank you.
and then it was the next morning, and Grandma Lola was
Hold
all
on. Can I cut you off?
Uh-huh.
Okay. When they say she was acting weird, I'll tell you guys why. Because to me, I felt the same vibe, and I explained this to my sister. That was the first time I actually seen her happy. The whole visit, that was the first time I seen her happy when she got to see my sister and my nieces and nephew. My nieces and nephews. I keep forgetting my sister got another baby too. But yeah, that was the first time I actually seen her happy. It's like when she's around me and my family, it's like, her nose tooted up and, have this attitude. But when I brought her around my sister and my nieces and nephew, oh, she was just happy. She was jolly happy. But that is what I mean by weird. I guess they mean the same thing or that she was acting funny. I don't know. But yeah, go ahead, baby.
And
You said the next morning.
wait, I forgot what I was gonna say while you were talking.
Sorry.
It's fine.
You said, go ahead. You said something about the next morning. I'm thinking what to drop her off.
Yeah, and then on the next morning, Grandma Lola. Oh, I know I was gonna say.
What?
She kept thanking God for her nieces and nephews and
You meant
grandkids and daughters. And then the next morning, she was in a rush and dressing up and everything. And we were about to leave, but then Grandma Lola said, "Let me take a picture of y'all because I might not see y'all ever again." And then Haley said, "I have to use the bathroom," and so I had took a picture, and she said, "Thank you, because I might not see y'all ever again, and I love you." And then I had went back there and Haley was talking to Mama, and then I told Mama what Grandma Lolo said, and then Mama said it's fine, and then Grandma Lolo said, "Do you want to take a picture with me?" And Mama had said, "No, I don't want to take a picture with you. It's fine." And then we were in the car, and she was quiet all the time where everybody else was talking.
Get him, please.
Everybody else was talking. Me and Haley were having fun, but Zach was watching Coco Melon, and she was just quiet, looking out the window. And we got to the airport, and then she said, "Thank you, God, for keeping my mouth shut and letting me say nothing." And Mama didn't hear, so she said, "What did you say?" And she said nobody was talking to you, and got a car and called Mama all type of bad words. And then Mama said, "Remember what you're saying and live with that." And then Grandma Lolo had said, "I hope you have another seizure." And then she got out the car, and then we had
Get your brother, please. Hold on, you guys. I'm sorry.
Sorry, gun drive. And me and Haley. I'm so sorry for the interrupt. Then me and Haley had said, "Mommy, you're not gonna have another seizure. God got you." And then we had got in front with Zach, and then Mama started crying, and she called somebody, told them what happened, and then she started crying, and then me and Haley was sad, but I know Mama was kind of okay, because like I said, Mama is a champ, and she's the best mom in the world.
Thank you,
Welcome. But she was crying at the same time. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I let my kids talk, because I wanted them to actually explain, their feelings and their take. So Now that you guys explained what happened, how do you guys feel about it?
I feel mad, and I feel mad because Grandma Lolo should have never said that, and she knows she should have never said that because at the end of the day, she's gonna need you, but you're not gonna be there for her.
Okay.
Well, I kind of feel upset because I should have said something back to Grandma Lola and had my mom back.
It's okay. It's all right, baby. You always got my back, Ryder. It's okay.
I should have said something. I should have said, "Well, I hope you have a nice season."
No, you don't fight fire with fire. That is not right. We don't ever wish nothing bad upon nobody, regardless of what they say. Okay? You did right by not saying nothing and just telling me that it's all right and God got me, okay? Y'all did right doing that, okay?
Okay.
But I just want to make sure, are you guys okay? I mean, with me not choosing to have Grandma Lolo in my life means she won't be in yours. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
But I'll ask for, if you ever enter Grandma Lolo's calls, then if you give us permission to talk to Grandma Lola, then that's when I'll talk to her. But without permission, I won't.
Well, you don't need my permission. It's up to you. You got to choose what you want to do. You got to choose. I cannot take somebody out your life if you want to have them a part of your life. But to protect my peace, they're not in mine. So you decide, okay? But right now, I tell you, no, you can't talk to her. I'm sorry. Okay?
Okay.
But, all right, y'all go play. Thank you. Tell Gunshot bye.
Bye, Gunshot. Love y'all.
Thank y'all. Haley, you want your phone?
No.
Okay. But yes, you guys, that is.
Y'all don't want to know what happened.
Oh, I'll tell her later. But yes, that is my kids. You know, I'm allowing them that opportunity to speak. And, you know, like they were saying, she was in the room the whole time. But that is true, you guys. You cannot claim, oh, I want to spend time with my daughter and my grandkids when the whole time you was locked in the room. The whole entire time. Unless you had something in your system. See, they don't know their kids, but I knew. I seen it firsthand. I seen it firsthand. So, yeah. Yeah. It's sad that it went on, but you guys, I have to speak my truth. And hopefully this will help the next person speak their truth. So, yeah. It's sad, you guys, but, you know, I got to continue to pray and forgive, but never forget. So, yes, you guys, this concludes the end of this video, okay? If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. If you're reoccurring, thank you so much for liking, comments, and sharing and following, you guys. Thank you, guys. And I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.